We're going to call the special subcommittee on tax revision to order. We have two bills that we were going to look at. We're postponing one till tomorrow, and we'll reschedule and send out notices about that. We will get started with House Bill 302 with a presentation for a hearing only at this time. So if you want to begin, Representative.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Happy to bring before y'all House Bill 302, LC 280049. This is part one of a two-part series. We'll be back here tomorrow as well, so stay tuned. There is one major mechanic in the bill. I guess there's two, depending on if you're an interested party, but the main section of the bill says this: that the proceeds, if I'm a regulating entity, I can only charge those fees and regulate. I can only charge those fees to fund the actual regulatory action. So I can't regulate a fee. So for example, if I'm going in to put a fee on a building or something like that to inspect it, I've got to use the fees that we collect for the actual regulatory action. I cannot, fund a general fund or another project through a regulatory action, right? And so, and as such, under line 22, the proceeds of such regulatory fee shall be used to fund such regulatory activity and not the general operations of the local government. And then we added a section for friends at GMA, provided that the local government shall not be required to establish separate accounts, right? So they don't have to keep separate bank accounts. But this bill passed out last year and I want to say passed out of the House last year into the Senate. I'm sorry. Let me backtrack. Line 73 through 79, we also strike some sections that deals with the way that an inspector or regulator can actually charge a person, an entity, for the actual what they can charge an entity for the inspection. So we're striking a section that says they can do it by the square foot, effectively. And then another section here, it says by the price of the building. And you can see that if you charge a fee based on the actual price of a building, there could be some inequity in that regulatory fee. And the same thing by the square footage, right? Not all buildings are built the same. And so there's, again, some built-in inequity in section 5 and 6. So we struck those in lieu of, hey, you need to be approximating the actual cost of the regulatory activity. You don't need to be just kind of having a set fee, right? If we're going to be regulating new buildings and the construction of new buildings, then we need to be able to both approximate those costs, which is current law, and make sure that we're using the funds that are generated from the regulatory action to fund the regulatory activity. Important bill, important for businesses across our state. Again, this bill passed out last year through the House and into the Senate and got caught up with all the COVID mess. I appreciate y'all's favorable support.
Thank you. Are there questions for the presenter, for the bill author from committee members? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
Well, we'll hold any questions. That was the initial presentation. We'll go on and are there others that?
We'll adjourn and
okay.
And leave let the beneficiary part.
All right. Good. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for the presentation. It is simple, and I think we'll look over this again tomorrow. We'll get a notice of the meeting out and get you back and make sure we answer any questions that anyone has.
Thank you, Mr.
We're
Chairman.
going to adjourn the subcommittee
Okay.
on tax revision.